Wait, okay, there we go. Alright, hello everyone. It is me, Deimos. Very nice to be back. Oh god. Uh, wisdom teeth. They are no fun, am I right? Yeah, I am terribly sorry. Both for like not streaming last week and also being kind of unactive on Twitter. Like it wasn't even really so much the fact that I was hurt. It was just that like I was just absurdly tired. Like literally, like I could not stay awake like at all. Like I could stay awake for maybe like an hour, maybe two, and then like I want to fall asleep, and it was just a mess. Now it's wrecked my entire sleep schedule, and I'm still trying to sort that out. It has not been a fun couple days. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things now. Like I said, for those who are watching this in the future and don't look at Twitter, I am planning on doing a bit of a short stream today because I'm still not 100%, and even though mostly my affliction was that I'm just really, really tired, I still do have a bit of soreness, though it only really flares up if I'm talking for too long. But it's not as bad as it was, and I'm able to go a bit longer. I actually managed to DM D&D session on Wednesday, and it only was slightly throbbing at the end of that, and that was with breaks. So yeah, tonight's stream is sort of a bit of a test, really. See how well I can handle going on just talking for as long as possible before it gets too uncomfortable. But if I'm planning on only doing like 2 hours, I'm not going to like uh push myself until my gums start hurting or anything. It's just going to be 2 hours. If I'm feeling good at the end, then that's a good sign, and I can probably start doing longer stuff. And yeah, if it is starting to hurt, maybe I might like just stop. I'm not planning. I'm going to try and hit that 2 hour mark at least. Also, apologies if you hear sounds in the background. My dog has a milk jug that they're currently very excited to be playing with. They like chewing on bottles and stuff, so occasionally I'll throw them one. I didn't give them the milk jug. I made the foolish mistake of once it was empty, putting it on top of their dog cage, and pretty much as soon as I let them out when I got out of work, they grabbed that thing and just started just taking it everywhere. But yeah, they've been playing with that for the last couple hours, so yeah, they might you might occasionally hear that. If so, I apologize. I'll try and do my best to keep it on the down low. But I think that's enough talking for now. Like say when I'm, this is supposed to be a test for talking. Now then, I think I'm going to try and open up Warhammer. Now, if memory serves, last time I had a bit of trouble with this game because it's weird. I'm not talking about gameplay. I'm talking about like getting it to work with Streamlabs and stuff because like for whatever reason, when I open this game, I can't touch anything else. Not volume, not like to end the stream, not anything. Like I can't leave. I can't put in like anything. Well, I don't know. It's this is the HD remake too, so that is very weird that you can't like put in like what's it called? Like full window or something. I can't remember. I'm tired. Like I say I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule, but I woke up from about a half-hour nap just a couple minutes ago, so I'm still a little out of it, everyone. I'm sorry. All right. But yeah, I can't really hear anything. Not that I can change that for me without probably hurting your guys' ears. So I guess I'll just have to be with subtitles, unfortunately. Let me. I forgot to put it on. Oh God! To exit the game. because I forgot to switch over to gameplay before I opened the stupid thing. Alright, well, I guess that means at least I can mess with the volume settings a little bit. I'm sorry. Alright, there we go. It's a black screen right now. Just give it a sec. Alright, there we go. Does it show this beginning bits? I don't think it did last time. Oh, there we go. Alrighty then, there we go. Yeah, it is very weird. I don't know. I was going to look for mods to make sure to see if I could fix that, but well, I forgot. I'm sorry. The days leading up to getting my wisdom teeth out, like it was literally all I could think about. Like I was just, ugh. I actually, and this is very embarrassing. So I like to consider myself a very good worker. Like I try and do my job as best I can, and I'm pretty much never late unless like there's some sort of like natural disaster or my car just utterly breaks down. I'm pretty much never late. Like literally, I only have issues with showing up for work maybe like once or twice a year or so, and usually it's because it's out of my control. Uh, but I was so like frightened of getting my wisdom teeth out that I actually forgot that the day of my appointment I had only scheduled to leave work a couple hours early. I had thought in my like mindset at the time that I had taken the entire day off. So I was so nervous I didn't get to sleep until like 4 a.m. And then when I woke up, I keep my phone typically downstairs because it's constant. I have friends who like to stay up very late, and if I keep forgetting. I could just put my phone on silence, but I keep forgetting to do that. So I'll just wake up at like 2 or 3 in the morning. Just the sounds of my phone just constantly going bing, 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 because my friends are playing like 14 and then complaining about the raid group that they're saddled with for the night. It's just, oh god. So I usually keep my phone downstairs. So I didn't see when my boss texted me saying like, "Hey, where are you? You're supposed to be here. Like, you took time off, but not the full day." And so I woke up around like 10 o'clock, and my plan was clean up my house a little bit, and then my grandmother, she was the one who was going to be driving me to get my wisdom teeth out, because for those that have never gotten their wisdom teeth out before, you have to have someone with you because of the knockout medicine that they use, the IV or whatever they use to put you out. You have to have someone there to drive you home. It was supposed to be like my sister, but she canceled, so it wound up being my grandmother. And yeah, I had the night before had talked with her and set up that she was going to be picking me up at like 12 o'clock to take me. So I woke up at 10. I went to grab breakfast, and then I saw the text from my boss, and I was just like, "Oh God, oh no!" And so I went into full on panic mode. I was trying to call my boss. I was trying to call my grandmother. Neither of them were picking up, so I had absolutely no idea what I should do. I wasn't sure if I should like head to work and like just go for 2 hours and just hope that I can get in contact with my grandmother, or stay at home and just keep trying to get in contact with my boss to let him know I can't make it. And just like I literally could not get a hold of them for an hour and a half. It wasn't for an hour and a half that I finally managed to get a hold of my boss, and thankfully he was understanding. Like he knows like I like literally I take my schedule very seriously, to a point where I called not that boss but a different boss on vacation day because I wasn't sure if it was actually a vacation day or not. It was, and so I know like I always uh, am usually very serious about that because I don't want to miss work or anything. But yeah, they were totally cool with it, and they just said like, "Hey, it's cool. We'll just change like the couple hours to you just took the whole day off instead. Like, don't worry about it. Have fun at the dentist and stuff like that." So that was a huge weight off. But yeah, no, that was just ugh. Like to some that might not sound all that bad, but I have problems with like anxiety and stuff like that. So even just like worrying about like my schedule and then like the stuff with the dentist and my wisdom teeth, like all that, just like oh god, like, it was bad. But yeah, no, work, that worked out. I went to the orthodontist, the dentist, and got my wisdom teeth out, and I should probably be starting the game. Like I'm just on the start screen because I just have too much to talk about. But yeah, I went to the orthodontist, the dentist, got my wisdom teeth out, and it really was not as bad as I was making it out to be in my head, and also how my friends were making it out to be in my head. Like it sounded like I was just going to be in just the worst pain of my life, is what it was sounding, and yeah, no, I even remembered when my mother had gotten her wisdom teeth out. Like it looked just awful. Like she was just on the couch, like in pain, for like I think it was like a week and a half, 2 weeks. I can't remember. Well, she didn't spend the entire like 2 weeks on the couch, but she spent like a good like 4 or 5 days just doing that, and the rest of it like she was just super irritable because of all the pain and stuff. Like it was bad. So I was expecting something similar to happen with me, but aside from my jaw being kind of sore because I kept having to stuff it with cloth afterwards to soak up fluids. I wasn't really in all that much pain. Like even after the IV wore off and I was just stuck with ibuprofen, I really wasn't hurting all that much. It was only really when and even still, when I'm forced to talk and stuff that I feel any sort of like soreness and stuff. Like even now, I'm starting to get a little sore from talking. Uh, it's not too bad though. Well, it's fine. And yeah, no, it was just what did I pick up? Plasma pistol. Okay. Fireballs is super plasma. Okay. This weapon permanently replaces your bolt pistol. Alright. Sounds. Oh, I think I remember this thing from before. Yeah, I think I got that weapon and then like closed out. I can't remember. Where was it? Right. So the wisdom teeth. Like I really wasn't in all that much pain, but there was this like weird thing that happened. Oh, cutscene. Oh, like the weird boys. All right, not too bad. Oh, sorry. I immediately just stopped talking because I was so focused. I'm still focused on trying to kill this thing. Why won't it die? Just die already. There we go. All right. What was I talking about? Right. There was this one weird thing that happened during my trip to the orthodontist and stuff, and that while I was under, but I couldn't really. Okay, this is weird. Like I could still feel, like I in my mind understood sort of like when I was supposedly like hurt and stuff, but I didn't. Like it was like I hurt, but I also didn't hurt, and I could also hear everything, like everything that, like every like I could hear the equipment going on off around me. I could hear the cracking and stuff as they were like pulling and messing with the tooth and the bone and stuff like that. They had to take out a little bit of bone, by the way, for the one tooth. Like that was I got stitches for the first time. I've never had stitches up till now. I think they're gone. They were dissolvables, but yeah, for a couple days I had stitches. Uh, but yeah, no. It was like I could hear everything. I could even hear them talking, but the weird bit about that is like I could hear them talking, but I couldn't understand what it was they were saying. It was just like gibberish. Like I could make out their voices and like I understood like I could make out like tones like when they were like joking or like being serious and stuff like that or what have you. Like I could make out the tones and stuff, but the words were just like utter nonsense to me. Like I could not make out a single one until I think like around the end when I think the I was starting to come to and it was getting close to the end. But yeah, no, it was a weird experience. The heck am I? Am I inside or outside? I think I'm outside. No enemies either. Like that's weird. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to backtrack through this area. This just feels like one of those. I kind of like the axe, if I'm being honest. Like the yeah, that looks cool. The power axe or whatever it's called. I don't is there? Well, I assume there is, like, because they always give names for these types of things in Warhammer, which I'm still learning quite a bit about. I've been, like literally like almost all of my time nowadays is like learning about like a lot of the lore of Warhammer. It's I think it's safe to say I'm a fan now, but I really do like it's just fun. Like it's just such an interesting like uh I don't think I've gotten this like uh into like anything and except for like Doctor Who. Like I'm a huge Doctor Who fan. Like I like the show. I like reading some of the books. I especially love the audio dramas that come out. Like they're uh one of my favorite things. I am letting myself die here. Oh god. Let's see. What was I doing? I completely just sort of zoned out and yeah, I'm a huge fan of Doctor Who. I really like the audio dramas Big Finish. Like they're pretty awesome and make a lot of quality content. Uh if you haven't, I definitely would recommend like checking them out, like especially if you love Doctor Who. Or even if you don't, like they make things other than Doctor Who. They make stuff for a couple other titles as well. They're pretty much all niche, but there is stuff like there's Star Trek audio dramas, which I think you'd have to go to certain sites to acquire because I don't believe you can acquire the downloads from Big Finish anymore. And physical copies are, let's just say, those things are very rare. And yeah, no. They also make Stargate, which they recently, I think, got the rights back to, and been making new ones of those. Which I'm not really into Stargate, but it's still pretty cool that they want to bring back the or work with them again after you know losing the contract and then not being allowed to sell the work that they did. I do not remember how to activate. How was it that? Oh, I remember how to throw grenades now. Now, if I can only get out of this corner. Nope. All right. I need to figure out how to do the Spartan Rage again. Like that's yeah. I've not played this game at all since like in the 2 weeks I've been off. Like I really do not remember a single thing. Like let me see if it's in the. I do remember how unhelpful the controls are though. Okay, oh wait, no, that's execution. That's not gonna help me. Let's see here. Football. I still do not understand why the only things that get controls are the melee weapons. Why? I don't know. It's just weird. That's all I'm going to say is it's just weird. Maybe it was F or was it third click maybe? I really cannot remember. I don't want to just press things well. Actually, I'm probably going to die anyway, so might as well tinker a little bit. Nope, that's I really seemingly find which one of these is the it. Oh god, I gotta. Maybe it's only something I can acquire in certain fields. I don't know. Alright, a lot of Gretchens. Okay, come on. Alright. Oh my god, I got no ammo, that's why. Okay, oh god. Alright, this is not even a hard fight. I just, I literally cannot figure out how to, you know what? I'm going to, if I have to redo something, that's fine. I need to check the controls, and it is still stupid that I can't check them unless I leave. Wait, this did. Oh, wait, what? Hold on. Reload, vent, grenade, weapon swap, aim, evade, stun, hold strike. Why could I not use this last week? My controller's dead now. Like, I thought it didn't have support. Okay, so it does have support. Alright, let's see. Combat. Fire, aim, toggle, camera, grenade, strike, stun. Fury mode is T. Okay, it's T. Alright. Okay, good. And it doesn't put me too far away. That's good. What is this? Is it just... Oh, it's just another sword. Alright, let's try this again. Now that I remember what the heck Fury mode, where Fury mode is. Why is this taking a while? It didn't before. Did I? There it goes. Okay. Maybe I reached here too fast. That's my bad. What the heck is that? I did not notice that before. Oh, it's servitor, I'm guessing. Alright. I think I was talking about Warhammer a little bit. Well, of course I've been talking about War. I have become like a huge fan of Warhammer. Like I really enjoy it. Like pretty much everything I've read so far. Like I'm on book 20 now, The Horus Heresy. which has been just a lot of fun to read through. Like, I still have yet to find a book I don't like in there. I know some people apparently like have some issues with some of the books, but I really haven't found one yet that I'd say like I dislike. Like they've all been very enjoyable for me so far. I will say though that I'm starting to change my opinions compared to where I was last week. So let's see. Primarchs. Let's see. I have to say, probably I'll go least favorite first. My least favorite Primarch, I think, right now, I don't know if this is like a controversial statement so far, is probably Lionel Johnson. Like, he just seems like, well, I started out really like Lionel Johnson because, like, he reminded me of I found it really cool that he was sort of like a chivalrous knight in space, that type of thing. But my god, is he just the biggest dick of all time. Like, literally, he's just constantly, like, I don't know what it is, because it seems like he, like, has read the plot, but literally, he'll just be, everything will be going well, and occasionally something will be said or done behind his back that just keeps happening, and Lionel Johnson just does not take it well. Like, he is constantly like screwing over people that have been with him for pretty much forever, that like trusted him and like believed that he cared about them and stuff, and like he just throws them away and forgets about them pretty much. And not only that, he's also one of the very few Primarchs that I think is like legit, like sort of like just he's got like no honor. Like, he is constantly scheming and just a real douchebag, I feel. Okay. Grab the power source? Okay. Uh, but yeah, no, Lionel Johnson. He is just, he's always scheming. He really doesn't take even the slightest bit of disagreement well. Like, in the short story I just read, he decapitated, like, one of his most, like, devout sort of followers. Oh, cutscene.
Sidonus, Leandros, respond.
Captain, the Inquisitor insisted you could not have survived.
Well, I did, and I have his precious power source.
We set a rendezvous in Hab Center Andres. These tunnels will spit us out there eventually.
Fine. Continue heading toward the Hab Center.
Okay, cutscene is over. Okay, so we've got a power source. That's interesting. I'm all alone now, so that's gonna be fun. These are sewers? This does not look like any sewer I've ever seen. Uh, yeah, Primarchs, like Lionel Johnson, he's just like, he's he's a character, one I'm slowly beginning to really dislike. Uh, it's just, yeah, no, he's one of the few prime. Like, literally, it seems like I'll read a Primarch's like wiki page and stuff, so I'll know a lot about them, and I'll develop an opinion. Like, okay, these are the ones I really like. These ones I dislike, and then I read the books and I learn more about them from like those, and it completely changes my opinion. Like, a lot of the Primarchs I really like. Like, once you learn their personal reasons for doing what they're doing, or the stories for how they became what they will become, like, it is sad, and I really like hate that it happens, except for Lionel Johnson. I started out liking him almost immediately, and everything I learned about him just makes me dislike him. Like, he's just a douchebag. I but I really don't want. So in Warhammer lore, apparently Lionel Johnson is one of the few, or no, I wouldn't say one of the few, but he's one of the Primarchs that I feel like Games Workshop would have the easiest time bringing back into the lore. Like, they've already brought back Gilliman, who's the Primarch of the Ultramarines, and yeah, no, I feel like it's almost guaranteed that at some point Games Workshop will try and bring back Lionel Johnson, especially because I think like with them bringing back Gilliman, with how Lionel Johnson is and is constantly like, scheming and wanting, like, I feel like more control and power over everything. Uh, he doesn't like being told what to do, from what I'm beginning to learn. I feel like it would be very interesting to see how he and Gilliman would get along in the modern setting, because I feel like Lionel Johnson, like, while he might not be too big on the religion and the Imperium worshiping his father as a god, I have a feeling he wouldn't mind all the adoration and trust that would be placed upon him. Mostly because I feel like he'd expect to be the leader of them, since dear old dad is currently preoccupied keeping the warp as safe as possible for humanity's ships. But yeah, no, I don't think he'd want to play nice with Gilliman. If they do bring Lionel Johnson back in the current storyline they've got going on with Gilliman, I don't think that's gonna go well. It'd probably lead to another civil war, if I'm being honest. I really feel like uh, had it not been for the fact that Gilliman wanted Horus's title of War Master for the Imperium, and so was all gung ho about like fighting Horus, I feel like Gilliman probably would have joined Horus and gone traitor. Like, he's yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he's just really not one of my favorite Primarchs anymore. And like literally, he's like the only one I'd say I kind of dislike because of what he does. Like, all the others I have come to respect and like through learning more about them, but not Lionel Johnson. The more I learn about him, the less I like him. He's just But let's see. That's my least favorite Primarch. My favorite Primarch, that's a tough one because literally, like I was saying, every single time like there's a story that focuses on a Primarch, I really like them. I really start like just there's so many good Primarchs. Uh I'd say probably my favorite as of right now would have to be I'd say probably I'd say maybe Magnus. I still really like Magnus. He's got this sort of wit about him. I really like how he's like all sort of for learning not as much as possible. Like, he's very much sort of like a scholarly type of person, which compared to a lot of the other Primarchs who are like soldiers and just various degrees of soldier, it's nice to have Magnus, who's a bit different, willing to try other means of victory. And the unfortunate bit about that is he's a bit too arrogant and believes he knows better than just about everyone, including his own father. Which, I mean, like, I feel like he kind of does in certain areas, and it's only because his father is such a douchebag and doesn't tell anyone anything that Magnus. Like, if Magnus had known even a scrap of what the Emperor had planned, like the Emperor wouldn't have even needed to have told Magnus like hardly anything. Just tell him a little tiny bit so he has some context of what's going on. Magnus probably would still be a loyal legion. Magnus and his or a loyal Primarch. Magnus and his legion would probably be still loyal. But because the Emperor of Mankind can't learn to just like explain what he's doing, you know, humanity's future gets screwed. Yeah, no. I really do. I do not respect the Emperor in any way. I know that's heresy, but literally, the world would be so much better off if the Emperor just would explain to his sons or just be kind to them. Like, if they you only get as much trust as you're willing to give to others. Like, the Emperor does not trust his sons, so why would his sons trust the Emperor? It's like literally like he treats them as basically just tools. Like it is sad the way he treats some of his like sons. Like it is just no. Like that is just no. I every time I learn anything about the Emperor, it's just to make my opinion of him just that little bit worse. Like he is awful. I really do hate the Emperor. He's just bad. He's really a bad father, a bad leader, like just bad in general. And I don't know. Like it really does feel like had he just been willing to trust Magnus just a little bit, Magnus would have probably like listened to him and not have done the things he did. Like he was trying to be helpful and his father only ever like repaid that with just just anger and ignorance and unwillingness to listen. It's really, really unfortunate. And yeah, no, that might change my opinion. I mean, like the things that have been done to Magnus, those can never change. But I really do like. Where are they? I know they're here somewhere. Those squigs. Yep, there they are. That's one. Where's the other one? It works. There it was. Okay. Yeah, I knew it was going to be somewhere. I just didn't expect it to jump down, is all. You know, my opinion might change because literally, just the stories of the Primarchs, they are such interesting characters. I feel like at the rate I'm going and from what I've heard, the Primarch Vulcan might take, Magnus's spot because like Vulcan is one of the few Primarchs that actually treats like regular human beings like people and not just something to either slaughter or just consider a burden. Like I guess well I like that at least one of these like superpowered beings actually likes the people they're supposed to be taking care of. I don't know. Like I feel like there should be more that have that opinion. But let's see. I'm trying to think like what oh, that okay, so legions. I feel like that's the next good thing to talk about when it comes to like least favorites and most favorites. I'll start with the most favorite so far. So before I had said that my favorite legion was the Thousand Sons, which was sort of in line for my opinion on Magnus, but that sort of changed. I really like the Alpha Legion. I really, really do. Just like, look, I was talking about this with a friend who was the guy who got me like into Warhammer by finally whittling down and getting me to listen to the books. I but he called them like sort of like the Sasuke of the Astarte legions. I'm not too big on like Naruto and stuff, so I didn't know if that was good or bad. And like he explained that that is kind of bad because like they're sort of like the oh they're so cool, like oh they're so dark and mysterious and like stuff like that. But honestly, I didn't really uh let's see, the Melt-A-Gun. Fires a scorching gloom of molecular entity. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. Uh which one did it do? Oh, it changed from my uh oh, that it's a shotgun basically. Okay. Let's see. I don't want to waste it because like I feel like that's going to be pretty useful against the big guys, who I'm sure will probably appear somewhere in this horde. I'm good with just slaughtering them with my good old axe. But yeah, no, I really like the Alpha Legion because they're constantly screwing over everyone. I just love the fact that they're literally like playing all sides. Like they're playing Horus, they're playing the Emperor, they're playing themselves apparently. Like it was another short story I read. The Alpha Legion got word of a traitor or suspected traitor in their ranks, so they launched this whole like operation to infiltrate one of their own bases in order to completely basically atomize the thing, just take it like out of existence is what they did. Like it is just god, like that extreme. Like literally, the Alpha Legion are constantly just moving like pretty much everyone around like they're on a chessboard. They're even moving themselves around. Like it's just funny to me. Like literally, I just love the fact that they cannot seemingly decide on whose side they're on and who are allies, who are enemies, and even if themselves can be trusted. Like I don't know, I really like that sort of chaos. But yeah, no, yeah, no, I really like the Alpha Legion. It helps that a lot of the stories like I've been reading about them have been pretty good. Like they really do sort of get along the idea of what type of legion the alphas are, and yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. I really do like them. They're cool. It's I don't know, but I'm not too big on their Primarch. Honestly, I find it kind of interesting that they're like the only twins. What are the orcs doing? Why are they running? What the? That's new. The orcs have never run from me before, and they just basically were like yeeted out of there. Alright, what was I talking about? Right. I'm not too big on Alfarius and Omegon. Like, it's interesting that they're twins and all that, and I was not. It's an interesting sort of bit because, like, they're the only twins of the Primarchs. Uh, they're like the smallest, so they're able to blend in with their own people. They're arguably some of the smartest and willing to take the long view of things. Which, yeah, for a lot of the the Primarchs are sort of focused on the short term. Like they're not really focused on like what's best for the galaxy and more sort of concerned about what's best for them at the current moment. It's interesting to get some Primarchs that actually like are considering like uh the future and stuff like that. Superior Fury now drains fear. Oh, nice. So now I can be angry even longer. That's a very nice bonus. Well, it is nice to have a Primarch who are basically immortal beings that actually will consider things longer than just like a couple years in the future. It's just nice to have that, if I'm being honest. Like, because, yeah, I feel like even the Emperor does not really, like, I feel, factor into the factor in like the future in as much as he should for a being who's literally you know the face of mankind. Like it is very like odd how sort of like short term it what just killed me there. Was it that guy? I don't know. It was I don't know. The Emperor just sort of strikes me as kind of short sighted in some ways. But I did learn something recently that maybe suggests that that's not entirely the case. Uh, but it really doesn't help that his actions just don't seem to really. I don't take what's best for humanity. I feel like into account as often as I feel they should. Let's see. But yeah, no, even with those, like Alpharius just doesn't strike me as too much of a interesting Primarch. Omegon either. Like they just like I don't know. They just seem like they're smart, but it's almost like they're too smart. Like everything just seems too easy for them. Like it's sort of kind of like Mary Sue-ish in a way, I feel. Like it just seems like there's literally never a point where the either of them seem to be in a place where they're not they're not the ones in control. They may seem like it for a little bit, but they always come out ahead, like from what I've read. There's never been a point yet where they've like uh uh sort of like come out the loser, which I know is going to change, or I'm pretty sure. I've read their wikis, but as I'm learning, sometimes the wikis don't tell the full story, which I feel like is intentional. Uh, so there could be things I'm missing. Uh, but yeah, no, they just seem like I don't know, kind of Mary Sue-ish in a way. Always good at everything and very hardly, if ever, really failing. Or I don't know. Ah, sorry, I just had something in my teeth. Uh, but yeah, no. They're I wouldn't say they're my least favorite. They're still good Primarchs. Like obviously, you know who my least favorite is at the moment. But yeah, no. I'd say like Alpharius and Omegon are kind of lower on my list because like they're just not very interesting. I feel on their own. I love their Legion, but them themselves not so much. Maybe that's kind of weird, but I don't know. I'm a weird person. Oh hey, it's my buds.
Any idea of our position? I've had enough of tunnels. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I've had enough of the tunnels too. I haven't been here long, but I've already had enough of them. Oh, there we go. Let me see. Uh, let's see. So, yeah, my favorite Legion so far is the Alpha Legion. My least favorite, uh, I feel like a lot of people would be expecting me to say the Ultramarines, but honestly, I don't really hate the Ultramarines at the moment. Like, they haven't really given me a reason to yet. I'm sure, like, once I get more into it, I'll learn to hate them like I should. But as of right now, not really. I don't really have very strong opinions on them. There are a couple Ultramarine characters I've I kind of like, but I don't know, not enough of them to really make me say I like the Legion or dislike it. They're just sort of like I don't know, they're just sort of meh. Let's see. Without word bearers, not really. Like, I think they have like some of my least favorite characters like in their legion, like Erebus or Corfarin, just like a bunch of douchebags and stuff like that. But I don't know, like Erebus, he was always going to try and stir up trouble, whether he be a word bearer or not. Corfarin, probably as well. But a large portion of the word bearers, I sort of understand why they're the way they are. Because, yeah, no. Again, the Emperor. Like, the Emperor just, like, humiliate. Not so for those that don't know, in the word bearers are led by a Primarch named Logar, who, as opposed to many of his brother, I killed myself there. There's no one to blame but myself. As opposed to many of his brothers who were like soldiers and desired like really nothing else, Lorgar didn't. He never wanted to be a soldier. That's like the main thing about him. He does not like being a soldier. He doesn't like fighting. He doesn't like war. He doesn't like any of that. He's very different from pretty much all the other Primarchs. He really just, instead, he sort of sees himself as a holy man. And that, for those of you who know, in the 30th millennium, in the time of the Emperor, is a big no-no. He is very much a person who believes in a secular galaxy. Like, he does not want there to be religion of any sort in his Imperium. And so he had a big issue with Logar, who not only was a holy man, but also his god was the Emperor. Like, he saw the Emperor the first time they met and was absolutely convinced that the Emperor was a divine being. No matter how many times the Emperor told him to stop, Logar would have none of that and just kept on worshiping the Emperor and spreading the word of the Lectitio Divinitatis, which I believe I probably just butchered. Yeah, no, it was bad. Eventually, like, displeased with how slowly Logar was conquering his section of the galaxy, the Emperor decided enough was enough and decided to make an example out of one of Logar's worlds. He sent the Ultramarines to basically just slaughter everyone on the planet, pretty much demolish the cities, turn them into nothing but sand, and yeah, completely humiliated the Legion by coming down and forcing them to kneel in front of him and renounce their ways. Like, it was beyond humiliating for Logar and his sons, who just wanted to spread the love of the Emperor in a somewhat bloodless way. Like, there were some, of course, there was going to be casualties. Like, from what I've heard, Logar would sometimes like execute those he deemed heretics to his father, and yeah, that was to be, I guess, somewhat expected when it comes to religion and stuff. But compared to a lot of his brothers, Logar probably had one of the tiniest, like, innocence kill counts out of all of his brothers, and that is sad. And his father just came along and just said, like, you have failed me. You preach this, which I am not. You go against everything I stand for. You are a disappointment. You disgust me, and everything that you do disgusts me. Right in front of him and every single one of Logar's legionnaires. Like, it was just like, oh god, that could have been handled in probably 1,000 better ways, but the Emperor, being the Emperor, chose the worst possible one. So it's unsurprising that Logar turned to chaos, and he found a new god. Several, in fact. It was, it's bad. If you don't know what happens, go check it out. You'll understand. But yeah, no. We were talking about least favorites. Even with, like, I really don't think the Word Bearers would be my least favorite. Ultramarines, even after what they did, not really. They were just sort of like, their thing is duty above all else. They were just sort of like following orders. Like, yeah, I know, like, that's like one of the worst excuses you can give for war crimes and stuff like that, but honestly, that is literally like their thing. Like, the Ultramarines are literally duty, orders, rules, like nothing else. If you tell them to do something and they are loyal to you, they will do it no matter what it is. And I don't know, for some reason I can't really, with regular people, I don't accept that as an answer, because you're, no matter what your environment is, you're raised with a sort of right and wrong to know, like, when you do something horrendous, it's horrendous. But with the Ultramarines, they're literally raised in an environment where those that sort of think for themselves or go against the the order of things, literally in the religion, they're sent to like one of the worst depictions of hell I've seen in a fictional sort of setting before. Like, it is. I like reading one of the books where they went into just like a couple of the layers of like uh, the Ultramarines version of hell. It's just like, oh god, and that's just for like people like who like just go against like the rules and stuff, like uh not even like murderers or anything, just like if you don't agree with what your leader tells you, then you deserve to be tortured for all time in like one of the worst ways possible. And like, it's literally, that is the environment that like all the Ultramarines are like raised into. And that's not even accounting for like the alterations they undergo to become Astartes. And like, there's like, I know there's talk about whether Ultramarines, like, if something's done to like make them more willing to go along with all the horrible things they do, which I can believe. I really it would not be shocked if it was revealed that yeah, they the Astartes process robbed the initiates of a lot of their own like free thought and stuff. So I don't know. I can't really fault the Ultramarines for doing what they're told, because like they literally probably would never even consider going against like the rules or something like that. Like, that is not who they are at all. Okay, that guy's down. That guy's down. That guy's down. Oh, wait, nope. Another one up there. Oh god, everything's shaking. Getting hard to line up a shot. Yeah, okay. Alright, that one was a little bad. Like, I was getting, I did good on the first guy, but that last one, yeah, no. I have to watch the cutscene with them again. I have a feeling I will. Or maybe not. Let's see. Click on a show them? There we go. I just had to walk forward a little. Alright. Can I... Nope, I have to watch it. Lovely. Alright, let's see here. Alright, that's one. I think that got the other guy. Guess I'll use the las cannon again. That guy, that guy, that guy, that guy. Oh, another one. Alright. What was I doing? I still, like, I'm trying to think of, like, what would be, my least favorite Legion, but, like, the Ultramarines aren't, despite, like, what they did. The Thousand Sons aren't, despite what they've done. Let's see. If I had to put an answer forward right now, I'd say maybe the Iron Hands. I'm not a big fan of their Primarch Ferris Manus, and I don't like their whole sort of like flesh is weakness, like cybernetics are the future. It just like I don't know. They just like they don't scream me as interesting. They're kind of like seem kind of like douchebags a little bit. I'm not a fan of their Primarch really in any way. Like he's also kind of a dick. Uh, yeah, no, like I don't even really like dislike them. They're just like not really all that interesting to me, and don't really uh provide me with much to say in their sort of defense at the moment. Like maybe that might change like once I get to know them a bit more because I'm only on book 20 of like the 50 plus of the Horus Heresy books, and that's only the Horus Heresy. Like the Horus Heresy is only one factor of Warhammer 40k. But it is like there's probably so much lore and books and audio dramas and what have you to do with the Iron Hands that would probably make me a devout like fan of them. I just haven't like gotten to any of it yet. Like I'm sorry for anyone who watches this who's a big like Iron Hands fan. I'm just not a big fan of them at the moment, though I'm hopefully something comes along that does make me a fan of them. Yeah, because I don't want to dislike any like of the legions. They all sort of scratch me as interesting in like so many different ways. Like I really like a lot of like pretty much every single time I start a new book that focuses on a new legion or a new Primarch or whatever, I really like them. Like literally, like I go from like having like no strong opinions on them to like I'm like this is my favorite faction now. Like no one will ever top this, and then they do top it. Like literally, like the books are very well done. I really do. I enjoy each and every single one of them, and I don't know. Like it's really got me interested in actually check. I threw a grenade for no reason and just hurt myself. Whoops! I was trying to see if I could dodge roll. I could have sworn like I could do that at some point. I was hoping it would speed up me walking around. Uh, it's got me interested in checking out the like full on 40k setting because like I'm just like reading what is essentially a prequel at the moment. Like that is literally what the Horus Heresy is. It's just one big old prequel. But yeah, like no, it's been like pretty enjoyable. And it's not only just uh, the Horus Heresy books which have got me interested. What has also got me sort of interested in checking out the setting as a majority is I found this channel on YouTube called Adeptus Ridiculous, where they have this podcast where in like a half hour to an hour they go over various factions or themes or what have you of the 40k setting. I am dead apparently. Oof. I really like them. They're really funny. They're educational when it comes to the 40k setting. I feel like I do learn a lot about 40k when I listen to them, and they're just enjoyable. Like I have gone through so many of their episodes in like the 5 days that I've known about their existence, and like it's really good. Like I have gone up to the point where the next episode they're going to be doing is the Alpharius and Omegon episode. So Alpha Legion content, I'm all for it. And who knows, maybe they'll point me in the direction of some good like Alpharius and Omegon lore. I don't know. Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it. I really do like them. A, they're just a hilarious group of people. If you haven't found them, go check them out. They're really cool. They got some uh, little animated segments. Like there's this one that is a segment of their episode that they did on the orcs, which is basically about how there's a group of Imperial Guardsmen who are defending a spot from basically a horde of orcs that just keep on coming. They're not stopping. They just are going to keep on coming, keep on keeping on, and eventually the guardsmen run out of ammunition. And while they're freaking out, their commander comes up with an idea. He points his gun at one of the orcs and goes, "Bang!" And the orc dies. And so then the rest of the Imperial Regiment just sort of like look at the commander and just start going bang, 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 and just kill all the orcs until like there are the 6 left who just, no matter how many bangs the guardsmen make, they just keep on coming. They're not stopping. They're just keep on trekking up that hill. And eventually the guardsmen hear like chanting and stuff. And as it gets closer, they're able to make it out. And it's literally the orcs just chanting, "I'm a tank, I'm a tank, I'm a tank, I'm a tank, I'm a tank." And just literally, it's really funny. Like, it is a very funny clip, a very funny story. Like, they're just like, they're cool guys. I really would recommend checking out their content, showing them some support, because they are just beyond like really cool. I really do like them. They're, you know, I'm really looking forward to the Alpharius episode. Like I don't even really like Alpharius, but maybe this might change it. Like they just provide so much good content, and they've really pointed me in the direction of some areas of Warhammer lore that I really want to check out, like the Age of Apostasy. Like that just sounds like my kind of time. Like Doug Van Dyer and is showing up to planets that have no idea who he is and demanding a parade, and if he doesn't get one, then he just exterminatus it. Like it's just like, oh yeah, yes, that's the type of grim dark I want. But yeah, no, it's also like the introduction of the Sisters of Battle, who I am interested in figuring out like what they're about and stuff. Like I just saw the episode of Adeptus Astartes that they did about them, but I still want to learn like more about them through like books and stuff. but I don't want to just pick up one where they're already established. I kind of want to see their origins and stuff and what they were like at first before I see like how horrifically the setting of Warhammer alters them, because it's gonna happen. I know it is. Like, if they're not already just excruciating monsters, they're going to become ones. Alright, more orcs. This one guy. There we go. I'm probably gonna die, and this is all my fault for literally just standing there as I'm being shot. I don't know. Yeah, I'm dying. Yeah, that one was, yeah, that's me. I had no plan. I wasn't really paying attention. Just step forward. Like, literally, all I was doing was just getting shot. Like, there was no plan to that whatsoever. There we go. What the heck? Oh, there we go. Any more hiding before I take a step forward? No, it doesn't look like it. There we go. Oh, God. There we go. That guy's dead at least. That one. That one. That guy. Nice. But now I don't have anything to take out the big one. Not so nice. Except... there we go. Okay, so I could literally just shoot them. I don't have to waste, like, most of my sniper rifle on them. That's good to know. Oh, was there still one more? Oh. Oops. There we go. I think that's the last of them. Oh, speaking of last, The Last of Us. I saw another trailer for the Last of Us remaster that they're doing. It still looks really, really good. Like, I'm usually like not too impressed by remakes and remasters because there never really seems to be very much effort put into them. But this one, like it's literally being rebuilt from the ground up. The only bit I don't like is that it's now being retitled Last of Us Part 1. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't like it. Just keep it The Last of Us. Like, you don't need to put the part one. I think it's not going to confuse people if there's Last of Us and Last of Us Part 2. Like, I don't know. It just really doesn't seem like a change that needed to be made. But I guess it's easier than saying, like, I don't know. There's already Last of Us. There's already Last of Us the remake or the remastered. I guess it makes sense from that. They don't have to like come up with a new like Last of Us reanimated or something like that. So I guess I can see it from that point. It's just a little sort of like I don't know. I'm not a fan. I don't know. I probably wouldn't have been a fan of anything that they had to do to extend the title because they could have gone with some like stupid like little pun or something that probably would have been cringy. So arguably, part one is probably the best they could have done. Admittedly, I'm just not a fan. I am looking forward to the game though. I really do like the first Last of Us. I've only played through it once, but like it was a lot of fun. Like I don't know. I'm not as like as a kid, I used to play through games a lot, but as I've gotten older, I normally only play through a game once. Well, I still replay games, but usually like I try and let a large passage of time go by before I replay them. Like just recently, I say recently, I think it's been like 6 or 7 months since I did it. I played through replayed all the Assassin's Creed games up to well, including Unity. Uh, I really enjoyed them all. Like, it was nice to sort of go back and like play through each and every single one of them and revisit like characters like Altair, Ezio, Connor, Arno. I really did enjoy it, and to see the series evolve. It was a lot of fun. Like I really did like it. And say what you will, I'm one of the people who really does like Unity. Like it was like I really liked the graphics at the time. Like I know people really like to meme or liked to meme. Like it's been years. The graphics and how like glitchy and buggy they are. I have never, not once, had an issue with the graphics. Even the but I bought the game like not day one. I think it was like 2 weeks after like I managed to buy a PlayStation 4 and stuff and play it. But like I got it very close to the day it dropped. I never had a single issue with graphics from that game. I liked Arno. I liked the Paris setting. I thought the multiplayer, how they implemented it. Oh, cutscene. What is going on with my model? Well, I can't see it very well because it's like in the time. I'm sorry, but I can't see it very well. I'm whispering, but I'm just going to talk. I'm sorry. I can't see it very well, but I looked over at like my copy of the stream, and like it looked like my eyes were like pure white and my mouth was just hanging open a gap. Like, has it been doing that for long? Because if so, that, my god, is that creepy. Like maybe I should I can't recalibrate because then I'd have to quit the game. Oh god, I'm still like let's see. What was I doing? So it sounds like we're learning a bit more about what's going on. Apparently, the power source is some sort of conduit for warp energy, which does, yeah, beg the question: how the heck did I survive? I didn't shoot you. Sorry. How the heck did I survive holding it? Like that is like I'm beginning to learn you really don't want to mess with the warp unless you've got a heck of a lot of training. Even then you really don't want to mess with it. How the heck did we survive without any side effects? I don't know. Maybe it was the blessing of the emperor. uh yeah, I was talking about Assassin's Creed. I really like Unity. I've always had a lot of fun with it. And it's also the one of the reasons why I especially like Unity is because it does show a aspect of the Assassin Templar Civil War that we don't really get to see, and that's when the Assassins and Templars are at equal power levels. It almost is always taking place where the Templars always seem to have the upper hand, and we constantly have to overthrow them and rise up against them and stuff. But in Unity, at the very start of the game, the Assassins and the Templars are roughly at equal power levels and are sort of like in this sort of like Cold War peace where both just sort of like let bygones be bygones. Obviously it doesn't stay that way the entire game. That gets thrown out very quickly. But I don't think it really ever changes throughout the entire game, like the power level. Like, it's just sort of like the Assassins and Templars are sort of like equal strengths. They're still like fighting, but it's not like the entire factions go to war, just like select members. It's I don't know. It's very interesting to see like the Templars and Assassins sort of having to coexist during this very violent time in the history of the world. And it's something I wish we got to see more of, just sort of like how the Assassins and Templars sort of like react and act during times when one does not have all the cards, basically. When both sides are pretty much at a stalemate, what do they do? Well, they can either learn to coexist, or they pretty much try and find ways to work around it. And yeah, ways are found to work around that. And obviously, it doesn't stay that way for long. But it is interesting to see. Like, I don't know. It's kind of I like seeing the Assassins not just always as like the underground underdogs. Like, this is a time where they've got a lot of show to them. Like, they're oh, I didn't even notice the huge horde down there. Whoops. Like, they've got plenty of resources. They're pretty much the equal of the Templars in terms of power and status and resources and stuff. So it's sort of interesting to see what the Assassin Order is like at that time, because normally we see it at rock bottom and we help it rise, but it's always sort of in its infancy. Whereas in Unity, you can tell that the Brotherhood has been around for a while. They've sort of like they've got roots, is what they've got basically. Can I use this, please? Nope. Okay. Let's see. When is that big horde gonna show up? Preferably it would be never, but we all know it's gonna come. Let's see. How did I get to Assassin's Creed from talking about Warhammer? I don't even know. What is killing me while I'm sniping them? Is it the big guys? Like, I just keep focusing, like, I keep on focusing on sniping those things because the horde doesn't seem to want to appear until, like, they're all dead. And then, like, I finally kill them all, and I look back, and I'm almost dead. Well, is it just I'm not paying attention to my health when I'm sniping and those guys are whittling away at my health? Like, I don't know. It's definitely something, like, I'm just not being observant enough. But, I don't know. A little annoying is all. Let's see. I should probably switch to the last gun. Let's see. Trying to be careful. Okay, I'm guessing this is where the big horde comes in. Stuck on something. Okay, there we go. That guy's finally taken care of. Now to take care of these guys. Okay, let's see here. I have to say, the missile launcher guys are probably my least favorite so far. There we go. Alright, they're all dead. And more cutscene time.
Inquisitor, your wound is slowing us down.
I can manage.
Brothers, take him to the Valkyries. I will draw the orcs off and meet you there.
Give the power source to the sergeant then, Captain.
No, Drogon. The orc chieftain wanted the power source. When his orcs see I possess it, not you, they will follow me. Move out.
Which route to the rally point, Guard?
That's gonna come back to bite us, I can already tell.
But it's all orc held.
You don't... Yeah, no. He's already suspicious of us, I know that. There's no way that an Inquisitor is going to just let us hold on to this thing full of warp energy, apparently, and not, at the end, say we're some sort of, like, warp spawn demon. It's gonna happen, mark my words. Why just those couple orcs and then nothing? Alright. Oh, is that a new weapon, or is that just some sort of, like, fortification? Ooh. I jump back. Hello, old friends. Strike and stun. Got it.
Now to knock on its door.
I wonder if there's a secret up here. Yep, there is. There we go. Collecting a good amount of the servitor skulls. Not too bad. There they are. The bigger they are. I don't think it's time for me to die. I think you're quite confused, my friend.
The
Oh.
Greens are swarming your way, leaving our path open.
Another one. Inquisitor Drogon. Looks like that's the last of his, too. Wonder how many of his I've collected. I'm not going to listen to it, but I'll at least take a look. Okay. So it looks like I managed to acquire the first 3 of his reports. The first 2 I missed by the looks of it. Wonder where those were. Okay. Let's see. Where are the orcs? I don't see it. Ah, I see you. Let's see. Nope. Come here, weird boy. Come here. Are you still alive? No, you're not. Let's see. Ah, knew there would be another servitor skull. There we go. Work shifts. Oh god. I'd hate to have just a regular job in the Warhammer setting, because I have a feeling like if you're just like a regular Joe Schmo, you're not gonna live a very long life. Are there any average Joe Schmoes in the Warhammer setting? I feel like they've got to be in short supply. Like it seems like everyone's either like basically Doom guy or a corpse. There's not much room for in between. All right, let's see here. Uh, oh, so speaking a bit more about like the Warhammer setting, I'm trying to learn at least a bit more about the what happens after the Horus Heresy. Starting to learn a bit more thanks to the Adeptus Ridiculous, but let's see. I'm trying to learn like as much as I can, basically. Uh, I the first thing I'm trying to like learn about is like what's happening with the Imperium right now. Apparently, the answer is a lot. Uh, in the fact that I think I mentioned this earlier, but Reboot Gilliman, the Primarch of the Ultramarines, has apparently been resurrected. They had, I think I remember like it from the description. They weren't dead. They were in some sort of like 10,000 year coma that like simulated death, but like they had to kill them in order to bring them back or what have you. I don't know. It was kind of confusing, but also interesting. I don't know. Like, but long story short, Reboot Gilliman, a character who has been pretty much considered dead for 10,000 years, is now back in charge of an Imperium he hates. Like, literally, out of all the Primarchs, Reboot Gilliman is probably one of the worst to have brought back in for managing the current Warhammer or the current Imperium. Like he literally like if the Imperium at the rate it's at right now with how it's pretty much held together by nothing but faith and religion alone, and worshiping their father as a god, pretty much having stagnated and actually slowly declining worlds that they'd fought so hard for pretty much being turned into nothing but decrepit husks. There you are. And yeah, just constantly turning and fighting each other. Like it's literally everything that Reboot Gilliman had fought against, and you know, he does not look happy, not one bit, to be running the uh, current Imperium. It's actually like it's another thing from Adeptus Astartes where there's this shot of Gilman being basically crowned the ruler of the Imperium in his father's name, and there's this woman in the current Warhammer setting who's, I think her name's Saint Celestine. She's sort of a religious like fanatic who I guess has been turned into some sort of like warp entity similar to the demons of the Chaos Gods, except rather than being a force for chaos, she's a force for the Emperor. And there was this funny joke that they made where they like to imagine that, like, while Gilman was being crowned by her, like, literally in his mind, he was just like, my father, if he, like, was here right now, he would be utterly disgusted by you and everything you, your order, and the Imperium of today represents. He would tear all of this down. And yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Like, and honestly, yeah, if the Emperor saw like what the Imperium has become, which I'm sure he's or no, I know he is 100% aware of like what's been done to his empire while he's been forced to sit atop the throne. Yeah, no. He'd if he were to somehow come back, which isn't looking too likely, even if he no longer had to sit on the golden throne. Like you don't walk off 10,000 years of sitting in a chair that was built to keep you from dying from a already fatal injury. Like it's the Emperor's days are one way or the other. They are numbered. It's only a matter of time. But if he were ever to be allowed to just stop supporting the webway, I feel like the first thing he'd do, the very first, or not even the first thing, the last thing he would do, because it probably would be the last thing he'd be able to do, is he would probably tear down the Imperium. Just with a thought, he would tear it all down. And that's kind of sad. And he has no one but himself to blame, honestly. I'll say it as many times. The Horus Heresy, the Dark Imperium, everything could have been had never have come to pass had the Emperor just been willing to trust his sons. That is literally the only thing. Like, if he had just... He should have been able to trust his sons because he created them, they represented him, he trusted them to literally conquer the galaxy for him. You don't put that much work, effort, and those expectations on a being such as a Primarch and yet not trust them with your greatest project. Like, every single one of them, from Horus to Sanguinius, even Angron, I feel, if he had just told them what he was doing, they would have kept his secret. They would have done pretty much anything for him. And no, he threw it all away by treating them like nothing but tools and trash, showing special treatment for some over others, and even those who... Even Horus, who he, like, out of all of them, seemed to actually treat like an actual son. The first one he found, not necessarily the firstborn, but the one he got to spend the most time with. Even Horus, he could not bring to divulge what was going on. And that was the fatal flaw. If he had just let Horus know even a tiny bit of what was going on, other than it's important. Trust me. Horus never would have rebelled. It's just sad. And it's why I hate the Emperor, especially after one of the books I read. I can't remember its exact title. Oh, wait, yes, I can. Outcast Dead. For spoilers, by the way, I feel like I should say that more. But spoilers! There's a Warhammer book called Outcast Dead. It's basically. It's a bit of a mislabel since the actual Outcast Dead don't pop in until probably halfway through the book. But it's basically supposed to be about a group of legionnaires from a couple of them from the Traitor Legions. They're basically trying to escape prison while understanding like why the heck they had been in prison, even though they themselves had been loyal, and finding out that their legions had turned traitor, and they're trying to break out in order to return to their legions to discover whether this was true, or, and if so, whether they should still support their legionnaires in this, or if they should side with the Empire, even though it had imprisoned them. And there's this one character who I cannot remember the name of. I'm sorry. He is, what is it? An astropath, I believe. The people that can sort of like send messages through the void. Not the void, the warp. Sorry. And basically, about a quarter of the way through, this guy, this astropath, he has this experience where there's this like attack, I think, and there's this like entity that bestows basically the knowledge of the future of the Warhammer setting into this guy. It's locked away, he can't access it. Everyone wants to take it and stuff, but they can't unlock it. He can't unlock it, and he was told that only one person could unlock it in his mind. And that person is the Emperor. And the Emperor, like, does appear to him, like, occasionally, to, like, talk to him in dreams and stuff. But he doesn't, like, he keeps saying, like, the astropath is like, hey, I got this stuff I want to show you. Please, let me show you. And the Emperor is like, no, wait, it's not time yet. It's not time yet. But towards the end of the book, he's, it's finally like, it's time. And so the astropath, like, he gets these memories unlocked. He sees what it's all about. It's basically the Warhammer setting as it, like, exists, like, in the year 40,000 or 41, the 41st millennia, however you want to say that. And he only says, like, 3 words to the Emperor. It's that, and I'm apparently going to die. What was he going to say? He said, well, yeah, pretty much what I was about to say, except he said, you're going to die. And the Emperor just said, I know. The Emperor knows that he is going to die, and likely knows, like, what is in store for his Imperium. He is known the entire time, and that's what infuriates me even more, because he knows what's going to happen. I don't know when he found it out, whether he looked in the astropath's memories in advance and just didn't tell him, or what. But just the fact that he knows and does nothing to stop it is infuriating to me. Like, I get it, like, if destiny and stuff and not wanting to change things for fear that they can turn out worse. But honestly, how much worse could the Warhammer setting get? Like, it is beyond messed up. Like, there is almost no hope for it. And to see that the Emperor potentially knows everything that's going to go on and doesn't do a thing about it is just, I hate the Emperor. I really do hate him. Yeah, literally. Like, I don't like Chaos. Like, I think, like, if Chaos were to win, like, everything would be screwed no matter what. But honestly, I didn't want the Emperor to win either, because screw the Emperor. But then, and yeah, I'm dead. Sorry. Whenever, like, I see someone's joined, I apologize. Like, if you can watch some gameplay, I get so distracted by what I'm saying that I just completely zone out and just basically go into just attack in the least convenient way possible. Okay, what was I talking about? Right, my hatred of the Empire. Like, I don't know. Like, there really is no good outcome in Warhammer and the Horus Heresy. If Horus wins, then Chaos wins, and the entire galaxy would be screwed by a bunch of Chaos demons just going to town on the people, turning them into bone thrones and spreading plagues, turning into like mutant abominations, and then probably also having sex on those bone thrones. Like, it is just beyond screwed up. But if the Emperor had won, like, honestly, like, I don't know, like, what would the Emperor do had he been able to successfully conquer the galaxy? Like, like, humans are the forefront, great. The war's over, great. But what does that mean for the Astartes? What does that mean for the Custodies? What does that mean for the Silent Sisters, the Psychers, the Emperor? What does the Emperor do? Is he going to remain the Emperor? Is he going to stand down? Like, what? There are just so many questions I have for what would happen were the Emperor to win. And I honestly, like, I can't imagine him actually winning. I really cannot. Like, he just is a bad ruler. Like, I don't want him to win. Like, he's awful. He's just the worst. But yeah, like, even like in the stalemate that technically the current Warhammer setting is, what is exploding me right now? Oh god. Okay, eventually I'm going to get off this freaking bridge. Even like, we already know like what the stalemate of the current 40k setting is. I'm literally dying to it right now. Maybe I should throw grenades. Grenades, like, I've yet to meet a problem that can't be solved with explosives. Alright, that seems to be working slightly better than just charging him with the chain sword, I'm sorry to say. Let's see. My Stalker Bolter. Can I snipe this guy from here? Hello. There we go. Oh, there are multiples. That's probably why I died pretty quickly. They're not going down as fast as they used to. Oh, God. Alright, there we go. Nice. Yeah, didn't these guys... Oh, I'm not using the, what was it called? I'm just using the regular sniper, not the, super-powered one. Oh god, these things. I need a... Or, come here. Someone come here. Let me kill you in a... Okay, there we go. Oh, god. This is normal. And I've died 4 times on this stupid bridge. Grenades out. Come on. Okay. I just looked at the time. I'm really sorry for the person that just joined. Just to let you know, I was planning on only doing a, like, 2-hour stream tonight, because, and it really is starting to hurt. I got my wisdom teeth out, and so I'm still recovering from that. I was doing pretty good for a while, but it is starting to get pretty sore. I'm going to see if I can get this bridge part out of the way, and then, if not, I think I'm probably going to end it for the night. But thank you so much for joining. I really do appreciate it. Let's see. Come on, come on. So far, I think this is the longest I've lasted. Alright, so So far, so good. And activate that. Shield up. Oh, you're still alive? There we go. Alright. Let me see. Oh, yeah, the melt gun. I forgot about the shotgun that I have. Alright, let's see if I can take out these guys from... Okay. Really? Guys, come on. Okay. Alright. Yeah, no, that's... Yeah. Okay. I think that's enough. Yeah, no. I'm not gonna get this. I already accepted that. Alright. That's probably something for next time, I guess. Alright, so Warhammer Space Marine 40k. Made some good progress. Got stuck on a stupid bridge. Oh god, this is gonna be a nightmare when I come back in like a week or so, whenever I pick this up again. I'm just like, oh god, if I'm dying this much and I finally got familiar with the controls again after 2 weeks, what is it gonna be like when I pick it up again and I've completely forgotten everything? It's gonna be an interesting next run. At least then I might be able to do like my regular time and not this sort of like short. Okay, that hurt a little. Yeah. So let me exit out of this. Oh, not that one. There we go. All right. So this is gonna be it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It was a lot of fun. Again, really sorry I couldn't do longer. I'll try and make up for it next time I start streaming. Fingers crossed by then, like my gums will have healed enough that they don't get sore from trying to talk for more than like an hour or so. Like, I don't know. They start hurting like 45 minutes in, but they really didn't start like really getting pretty sore until like the last like 20 or so minutes. Like, you know, probably because it's getting close to when I should be taking my painkillers. So, yeah, it's been fun. Like, I really do. I'm glad like I'm able to stream again. And yeah, I don't know if next week it'll be 40k. Like, I'm still trying to see if Alex, my one buddy, is up for playing some more Wrath, since I really do want to play that game more, just not alone. Like, that game is so hard to play by yourself. But yeah, if not, I'll probably play 40k, or maybe I might. Like, don't tell anyone, because if you do, like, I'm probably going to get like abducted to finish playing Endwalker. Think I'm going to play what's it called? Tower of Fantasy, I think it's called, a new MMO that just came out. I'm hearing some really good things about it from the people I follow on Twitter and stuff. So I kind of want to try it out. It's an MMO, which is why like I'm afraid when my friends find out I'm playing another MMO, like they're gonna be like, "Oh, you're playing this, but not Final Fantasy 14. Okay, huh? You think you're too good for us?" Like, no, like it's just I just want to play this new game. It just seems really fun, is all. Oh god. All right. Yeah. My gums are getting kind of sore. This was a lot of fun, and thank you anyone who's watching. As always, this will be I'll try and upload this to my YouTube. I say that, and I've only got one upload to YouTube, so, well, that's a lie. I have all my videos uploaded to YouTube. I've just yet to unprivate, like, all except one of them. Like, all I have to do is just hit unpub, privatize, and, like, they'd be good to go, but I keep forgetting. I'm sorry. Uh, yeah, I'll try and get this to YouTube. It'll include like all my usual stuff, like my social media, and also the creators of the assets I use for this model. So if you're interested in that sort of stuff, especially the stuff for the creators, like, go show them some love. Like, I'm sure they'd really appreciate it. Be sure to check that out. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Good night, good day, whatever your time period is. Have a good one. Bye.